Creepy face, leave me alone. So, she's dead. Right there. Dead as underline midwives.
She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me.
Aww.
They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play.
Okay.
It was a dollhouse.
As you do.
She hid me up there.
Cool.
No one else ever went into the attic.
Didn't think so.
It was her place.
Okay. Kid, go play in the attic. We don't need you here. Okay, what about the attic? See a lie detector that we'll get to later.
Yes.
Yes.
I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back.
Okay.
Me and Simon.
Okay.
Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy.
Hate that pregnancy.
Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time.
I could have
We
understood.
decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Fair enough. Because why would you want to sleep in your parents' room?
Yes, I read a lot as a
I have
child.
no idea who's here.
Watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we still have in the attic. It's
Eve.
kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
No, Hannah was the one who's married to Simon. Eve is the... I have no idea.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean,
Ooh.
could they...
Ooh.
We have a lot of dolls in the attic.
Okay.
There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair.
People love
Could they have come
Rapunzel.
from there?
Blonde hair. Why is that blonde hair?
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know
Okay.
if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it.
Okay, so dollhouse seems
It was
important.
so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Is that important? Is that book important? Probably not. Better not be. So, Dollhouse seems very everyone loves to talk about. Dollhouse. One more clip for the Dollhouse.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly.
Good.
Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move.
Okay.
He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains.
Okay.
Hannah insists the attic be left as it was. Dollhouse and all.
Okay.
Simon
So
never went
just
up there.
Eve. Simon hates that dollhouse. Don't blame him. Okay, so let's go back to I have noticed Rapunzel. No, it wasn't even close. Rapunzel. Apparently. Okay, so we've got 3 more clips. Let's talk about Rapunzel.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children.
Oops.
I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me.
Yeah.
Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it.
Why? Please expand.
Are any of these in colour?
No, bitch. Get your own copies.
Did
Should
I
give me the
pass?
photos back.
Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Yes. You're too in love with Rapunzel. So apparently you go to get accused of murder and they give you cards and you go talk about fairy tales.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones.
Donkey
They were
skin.
dark and real,
Donkey skin.
bizarre and violent.
German
Felt
ones.
like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They
that
were
is
in
all.
colour, shiny plates.
Ooh, fancy.
At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories.
Okay,
We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures.
as you do.
There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures.
She's creepy.
Rapunzel's hair is cut.
Okay,
The eagle plucks out his heart.
okay.
The princess pricks her finger.
Boink. Cinderella get covered in suits. Donkey skin girl leaves the kingdom from her creepy ass ancestral father. I forget the rest. Okay, moving on. Let's go back to the lie detector. Detector. Oh, we got fancy scenes. Okay. More than
Yes.
that one. Yes.
I'll take a lie detector test.
Good. Get to it. Good, let's go. Damn, straight onto it.
I've never taken a lie detector test before.
Nor have I.
Does it really work?
It depends. So lie detector tests generally depend on your heart rate. If you're lying, your heart will beat a lot more faster. If you're not, it's slow, it's normal, but you can fake them easy if you can control your heart rate. If I'm right.
My name.
Your name, yes.
That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Oh my god, it works. So that's Eve. And she pretended to be Hannah. Name. Oh, I actually got a clip. Got a clip, sir.
Okay, you got me.
Okay, got ya.
I'll confess.
Okay.
We were there.
Well, use what I said.
It was a dirty weekend.
Ooh.
Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name.
Okay.
We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Aww. How adorable. Okay. How we going? How we going? We're not even close. One volume is missing. Ooh, I nearly found the beginning. Ooh. Nearly found the rest of the end, too. Well, I didn't type end. Ooh, there's clips of the end.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me.
Okay.
We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress.
Only one.
Simon paid. He bought me a Whisper, and I was right back getting chocolate on my teeth.
Everybody eating chocolate. Chocolate. Can I have chocolate? All the way over there. Okay, it's
I thought
confusing
it
though.
made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple.
Did you both go?
I know it was stupid not to tell you everything.
Damn straight it is.
Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
Dead? Do you want to say dead? I think you meant dead.
Okay.
Okay.
I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road.
Okay.
Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer.
Okay.
I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door.
Okay.
The main lock was unlocked.
Fair enough.
You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left.
Fair enough.
I walked in, Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
For what? Great life story there, but for what? Phone! Phone's the victim. I mean, ooh, phone. Phone has stuff.
A mobile phone? Yeah.
Same.
Well,
I put it
I have
somewhere.
one for the Glaciers, but it's only for work.
Okay.
I can't remember the number.
I have no idea who I'm talking to now. Well,
It's
myself.
in the kitchen.
But her.
I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
A charging cradle for a mobile phone? Okay. If that's what you're into.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help.
Okay.
Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round?
Yeah,
And I
sure.
can make sure that I'm there.
Okay. Great. Glad we settled that. Oh, so worried that I couldn't do it.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff,
Okay.
stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out.
Hate that.
And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before,
Okay.
those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Okay. We're onto something.
I went cold all over.
Oh, I hate it when boxes aren't in the right spot.
I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back and that's when I saw the bin bags.
Those damn bin bags.
Pulled them open, saw the body.
Okay, we've got a body. In a cell, so it has to be
I
Simon.
screamed and that's when I called the police.
Okay. So definitely it was in a cellar and beanbags. I love shoving bodies in beanbags. Always gotta do that.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was
Back to Glasgow.
exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car.
Okay.
I woke up because a rubbish truck went past.
Okay.
I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry,
Fair enough.
tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
So one went to the hospital, one didn't. Can we get more on Glasgow? Because I just remembered last. What? I have no idea what it was. Nope. Was it phone I just had? Facebook Glasgow. Facebook Glasgow, lady.
Yes.
Thank you. Can't spell. Go. Go. Well, why do you give me the ones I don't have? So rude.
Yeah.
So one went
That's
to the
Simon's
hospital
watch.
and one didn't.
It was a gift from Eric.
Buy for in
He got it
Glasgow.
this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel.
Not titanium. Shit.
It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
God damn it, Diane.
That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Wasn't me. I wasn't here. Stop saying it was me.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't either.
Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Yeah. Except for that time I went to shops and all that. Alright, Glasgow's pastry. Pastry. No. Coffee. Did anyone see you at a coffee place? Yeah, we've got coffee. Coffee's interesting.
Black coffee, thanks.
Okay.
No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Aw, how kill yourself. Okay. Tattoo lady.
About 8 years back.
Okay.
It was a present to myself.
Fair enough. Why are we talking about your tattoo?
I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby.
The
It's been
baby.
hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Yeah, I should say you have none of your own as freaks. Love their coffee.
No. I've had enough
Coffee?
coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Okay, she wants water, she wants coffee. We're having a party.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Yeah, that's a different person. Alright. So one likes no sugar because she's sweet enough. And one has a sugar. And some of them have been holding a lot of videos here. Some of them had spoons in the cups. If you look at the cups, I only recognize those bits. I could help you determine if you can remember that. Who was her? Oh, Florence. I forgot about her. Florence. Okay, we've got 5 entries exactly.
Florence took me home with her.
Okay. So back with
Mother
the
hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby.
yeah, back on the boat.
I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up,
Clean up the shit. Get rid of
take
that.
away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Like, that's dead. Cool. Take it. I don't need it. Thanks.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight.
So Florence lived across the street, so that
It wasn't odd for
saw
people
each
to
other.
see a midwife with a baby,
Well,
carrying in
midwives.
supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing.
Nobody would think
I know,
that's
really
saucy.
different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
I hate when that happens.
She was me.
Maybe it was a reflection then. Oh, hello, creepy lady. Please leave me alone.
Florence was a warm, kind person,
I wish she was warm.
but she was broken, I guess.
Aw.
When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it.
Yeah, she have a biscuit
All
tin.
the papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story was in there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war.
It happens.
And that was back when you married for life.
I
She never felt like she could marry again.
hate when you do that.
Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
I imagine a lot of people were at that time.
But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again.
Yeah.
I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that.
Probably.
I don't really know.
Clearly. You're just guessing everything. Tell me more about Florence.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They
Aww.
talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl.
It's gonna be a boy.
It's hard to know if this is all true.
I know, right?
These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Or
Maybe you're just stupid. Maybe less stupid.
sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
I know the feels. Parents. Why haven't spoken enough about parents? Ooh, how about we go Simon parent? No, her parents. Hannah parents. What about that? That works. Got 2 more.
No.
No?
The parents decided there would be a wedding.
Okay.
And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
Right. His parents.
There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again.
Okay, you're separated again.
I stayed in the attic.
Okay.
It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist.
Hate that feels.
I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
Okay.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant,
Fair enough.
but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk
As you
guys
do.
I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways.
Okay.
I was 17.
Fair enough.
It felt like I was being punished.
Well, whose fault is that?
But it was Hannah who had betrayed us.
Damn it, Hannah.
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
I was going to type that in, actually. So no kid for you.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed.
I hate that. For
If
the
anything,
kids.
I was getting skinnier.
Well, that's what happens.
I had a hard to look sometimes.
You
We
look
talked
great,
about
by
what
the
to
way.
do. Was it time to become our own people?
Yes.
I mean, that
Wait.
seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it.
Oh, well.
We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in.
What?
And that was the plan.
Why? Yeah, it's creepy. I know. Did you live in the attic of their house? What?
Hannah had a miscarriage.
As you do.
This was late in the pregnancy, and
I think you know miscarriage is
Left in
early
fertile.
part. So you stopped trying, got the
felt like
STD for
the
nothing.
universe had corrected its course.
I got that in record.
We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married.
Yeah, I hate that.
Simon had a job at the Glaziers now.
God
Eric
damn
had
it.
given him a full-time position after he left school.
I hate that, don't you? Trying to be together and just her husband just ruins everything. God damn it, Simon. Okay, what about Simon's parents? There. 8 entries. We're going to old school. This
No.
one.
I lost the baby.
Okay,
Had a
so
miscarriage at 8 months.
okay.
We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Okay. A few months after what? Tell me! Yes, creepy. So what does that mean? Like, oh, there's a yellow clip or something. Or is that the one I selected? No? No, there's a yellow there. Oh, I found the start at some point. Damn it! I wonder what the start was.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea.
No.
It would be too sad.
Okay.
Not right now.
Okay.
I'm staying at a friend's.
Fair enough. Is it Aves? Aves the one not married?
Okay. I parked up on the street.
Okay.
It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road.
Okay.
I walked up to the house, I knocked on the door,
Fair
no
enough.
answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door.
Okay.
The main lock was unlocked.
Okay.
I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left.
We heard this from someone
I
else.
walked in, Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly into the living room, nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom, he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Did I just watch the same clip again, or was that someone else saying the exact same thing? Shower. No.
Okay. I parked up on the street.
Okay, so that explains why they went through that whole bullshit, because they're covering for themselves. I swear to God. Okay, let's go back to that week. Yes, a few entries on that week.